Hi everybody, this is Exclusive 2. Welcome back to my channel. I actually watched the TMZ interview, Wendy Williams interview with Harvey Levin, and I felt like there's something, okay, as a reporter, you listen intently, right? To make sure you understand everything and to report the correct information. And I feel like as a reporter, you should be able to listen to what's not being said, just like you're listening to everything that is being said. A few times, more than two, Wendy Williams said, when I got into this thing, she was talking about the guardianship. And she even said it, when I got into the guardianship, when I got into this thing, if you go back and you listen to that, and she says that over and over, it's like she agreed to the guardianship. Because at one point, she states that Wells Fargo stopped the money from being spent and stopped all the fraudulent stuff that was going on with her account at Wells Fargo. But then she continues to say, when I got into this guardianship, when I got into this thing, she kept saying, which made me believe that that is something that she agreed to. I'm going to go back and look at it again, but I'm looking at the podcast, Harvey Levin's podcast. It says breaking, Wendy Williams exclusive phone call locked away. And it's the podcast that he has with one of his friends. And Wendy Williams calls in and she flat out tells him that she does not want to talk about her son, which rightfully so. I think when Wendy gave the interview and explained who was misappropriating her funds, I think at that time she put her son's life on blast. Like, how is this young man going to get a job with the whole world knowing that he stole from his mother and that there was some type of plot going on, that somebody that he knew was trying to portray themselves as Wendy Williams and for monetary gain to get her money some type of way? Like, it's the whole situation for me. It's a sad situation. I can understand why they would not appoint him the guardian a couple of years ago, because we were all saying, what's the problem? But at the same time, at that time, I believe he was only 20 years old and had no business being appointed anybody's guardian at that age. And I'm sorry, but at that age, you are just not mature. And so I took all of this as he has gotten involved with the wrong people, and I don't know, like, we don't know his personality. We don't know if he's a follower. We don't know, it's just a sad situation, just all around for Wendy. But at one point, and I don't care what anybody says, she was not doing good. When she was being seen outside of the liquor store and getting liquor, and I don't even know if that was a liquor store, because one of her friends owns a restaurant and they used to, supply her with whatever, she said food, but maybe that was a liquor store because she came out with a bottle. So I don't know. It's just an overall sad situation for her. But the guardianship thing is something that she signed up for. And she needs to go ahead and say that she signed up for that, because she said she needs to flat out say it. But that is what I heard when she said, when I got into this thing. It's like when they stopped the fraudulent behavior that was going on, or transactions that was going on with her account, it's like she had she said she was glad that that happened, and thank God they stopped that. However, it sounds like she signed up for it. You have to have signed up for this kind of stuff. Nobody can just, I I don't know. I may have to do some research and see, but again, like they were talking about the security at these banks, and I don't have money, and they put stops and holds on my credit cards and stuff. So it's like, then you have to call, you have to be embarrassed, and you have to call in and ask them, why is there a hold on the account? It's just, it's too much control over my money. It is too much control. And then I kind of question, and I've always said this. I would tell my friends, tell my cousin, tell the people that I would have these conversations about Wendy and what's going on with her with the guardianship and how Wells Fargo is not releasing her funds. But I would always say, like, when you have that much money, why do you have all that money in the bank? Wendy should have only had $100,000 in the bank. She should have diversified her assets so that everything wasn't in one place. It's just too much control. And not only that, like, you're only insured up to $100,000. So if something happens to your money, they can easily say, well, we can give you just $100,000 back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why do you think that a lot of these people that have all this money, they have offshore accounts and they have other assets? They spend their money on real estate and stocks and stuff like that, because the banks are only going to insure you up to $100,000. So I just thought, because I remember her saying, I'm frugal and this, that, and the other, but a businesswoman, she is not. Just like when she keeps saying, she said, when I got into this thing, and it's like, you didn't read the fine print, obviously, when you got into this thing, because there's no way you would have signed up for this had you read the fine print. And then they're making reference to the Wendy Williams movie that came out. And my thing for that is, and they're saying that the Guardian was not there. The Guardian wasn't there because the movie clearly showed you in a bad light. That movie showed her as being incoherent and not really knowing what was going on in the world or what she was doing. So the Guardian wasn't there because the Guardian already understood that this is what this movie is going to be about. And that's clearly, but then it also revealed that she's being taken advantage of. So now the Guardian wants to step in when they see that the public is revering her as someone that's taking advantage of Wendy Williams. But the Guardian, I don't understand that I don't know why they don't understand that everybody loves Wendy Williams. So this was bound to happen. What's going on right now was bound to happen because everybody loves Wendy Williams. We're always thinking of her. So it's just a sad situation for her. And it just goes to show you that you have to read, if you have a contract of some sort in front of you, whether it be insurance, whether it be different types of insurances, any type of contract that you might get into, even your health care insurance, read the fine print. If they're not able to provide you with the entire contract, then you don't need to sign. And I don't know. Even like with your insurance, there's exclusions. A lot of people sign these contracts, which that's what insurance is. And they have not read the fine print, which is those exclusions. But at any rate, I have spoken enough on this. You guys, tell me what you think about this in the comment. Go back, take a look at that interview that she did with Harvey Levin, the first one, when she's up in the window, the phone interview. Listen to that and listen to her say, when I got into this thing, like she said it over and over and over again.